everyone, Josh here with Texas bringing you guys and gals some more Order and Chaos Guardians, and today I got a nice treat for y'all, free-to-plays out there. So when you are actually able to get into the game, if you're not already playing the game currently, and you are looking to play free-to-play, and you want to build a strong team right from the get-go, and all the way up to middle of the game, like mid-game level, right? You can build using these heroes. We're going to have a few heroes here for you to pick from to build yourself your core 5 team. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be extremely free-to-play friendly, and it does not require any epics. Now, thanks to all the changes, all the nerfs and stuff like that they did on the 24th of July this year, it made a lot of these splendid heroes now very, very good. So if you are just starting an account, I recommend building a team using these units for a while, probably the first, maybe month or two, maybe longer if you can stretch it out, depending on your gear and your rune stones and where you're currently at in the game in terms of content. But you will not really require to use an epic for a while. And the good thing about this as well is when you finally get all the use squeezed out of these units, you can then go ahead and feed them in to your epics to then build your epics up to become even stronger. So it's a win-win-win across the board. You're not wasting anything. So this is very, very exciting. Let's go ahead and get into it because I really think that this will be helpful for a lot of players out there. Now, I do want to say one thing. If anything significant changes with these units kits, or with, the units overall, or how they do content or anything like that they do in the future between now and global launch, I will revisit this video and make an update, so do not worry. But at this current time, I want to say that the splendid heroes can only go up to Legendary Plus. They cannot go to Genesis or higher. So keep that in mind. But again, they might change that in the future. So we'll have to see. But let's go ahead and talk about these bad boys right now. I'm going to try and go rapid fire with these so we're not spending too much time on the video. I don't want to do a full breakdown of every hero. I just want to kind of go over some of the units and some of their core elements of what they can do within the team. So hero collections. We're going to go by class. Spoiler alert, none of these warriors you're going to use. They recharge their ultimates too slow. They're just not going to be all that beneficial over the other units we're going to be talking about today. So all 4 of these splendids, Jesus, are useless. Don't even worry about this whole class. The warriors are, okay, they're done. They're cooked. Tanks, only one tank is going to be useful, and that's going to be our boy, Akatu, and that's mostly because of his passive. Now, he has other decent abilities as well, but this is really the core reason why I'd want to build him up and use him early on to mid-game, because his passive is incredible. Up to a 20% meat shield for your entire team, for 15 seconds at the start of battle. That is huge. So that's going to be very, very good to run. Have a big, nice meat shield ready to go for your whole team. That's going to be awesome. Now, all 4 of these Splendids under the Ranger class are all good. All 4 of them are solid. So we have our girl Senta. She's going to be able to hit back row heroes. And back row heroes are a pain in the butt in this game. You got units like Stian, you've got Ruchi, you've got Mexis, you've got Sermon, you have Paris, you've got Sigrid. You got units that are just going to sit back there and chill and just nuke the crap out of your team. So being able to, kind of neutralize those back heroes is very, very strong, especially with units that are ranged. Because that means you don't got to get all up close and personal and take a bunch of unnecessary damage to do it. They can just sit back and chill while your tanks protect you and your other units protect you while you're just nuking back row. So Senta, very, very strong. I love it. Good solid unit there, but that's really going to be your focus with her, is she's going to be able to neutralize back row. Now, another thing that makes her really, really powerful, because keep in mind, her ultimate isn't going to be as strong as some of these other units we talk about today, but her passive is huge. A 700% nuke at the start of battle is massive. Now, we got to do more testing. I'm not sure if this will single target, semi-AoE, or full AoE, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's just single target, 700% is a massive modifier for a free passive attack to just go right off the bat, because that is awesome. That's free damage. That's a potential kill in certain content in waves. That could be a potential just instant kill right off the bat. Huge, okay? And also, archers, the ranger class, having the highest base attack stat alongside mages in the game is going to be very helpful when you're Splendids, because Splendids do have, obviously, lower stats than epic heroes do. So being able to have that 100 base attack stat right off the bat for your rangers and your mages is also going to be very good in terms of damage. So that is our girl there. Now we have another back row nuker who has a bigger nuker than she does. It goes up to 1100% in his row, hits the rearmost enemy, and gets a 15% lifesteal. He also is a mana battery. 30% chance to gain 5 mana per basic attack. So very, very solid for Leaf. Very good. And then we got Kiki. Snipes at the enemy with the lowest HP. So whoever has the lowest HP on the enemy side will get sniped for 500%, which can potentially go up to 700% plus, because he can also apply poison with his basic, and that goes into the damage here with his ultimate. Plus, he can also add more damage if the target has any lost health before he even hits it. And if he gets the kill, he can do it one more time. So he's basically a mini Rhina. I hail Rhina. He's basically a mini version of one of the best DPSs in the entire game. Very solid hero right there. And then we have Uma, which might have one of the best damage potentials of all the units we talk about today, because all three of her basic, passive, and ultimate kind of synergize with each other. So let's talk about the ultimate first. Ultimate increases attack speed by 30% and deals up to 200% plus damage for 8 seconds, because you can have frost applied, which she can apply frost at a 15% chance with her basic. That goes up to 56%. So if you're able to do almost 200% damage with the ultimate, let's say 1 attack per second, you're looking at over 1600% damage right there, which is super strong. But that's not all. The passive also is incorporated into this as well. The first attack after an ultra additionally deals 290% damage, applies a freeze, and freeze increases attack speed by 100% for 8 seconds, more than doubling her attack speed if you incorporate that with the 30% she's also getting from the ultimate. So she's going to be doing basic attacks and building up her mana extremely fast. By the way, don't let the zero initial mana fool you with Rangers, because they can build their mana up quickly because they have higher attack speed potential. So, and since they're ranged, they're not getting hit a lot either, so they're not going to die as quick. So they can also have more time to build up ultimates and use them multiple times within a fight usually. So very, very strong. So that is all of our Rangers and the tank we've already mentioned. We're going to go over both the mages as well here in a moment, because they're both solid. Matter of fact, they're more than solid. They're amazing. But we're going to talk about the lone support hero, Irene, our fellow community rep in the Discord. Irene is a mini Holly. She does heals and all that, which is very good. But this is really her bread and butter. She's going to be giving you a free 15 mana for allies in her row, or just 10 for people that are adjacent, as well as giving you increased ultra damage as well. So this is a mini Holly. She's going to be very, very crucial to you throughout pretty much all game modes, outside of maybe like World Boss and the EXP dungeon. Well, I'd say probably the Rune one either. She's probably not going to be good there either. Basically, any long fights, she's not going to really be that useful in, unless you need a solid healer. I mean, she'll be there for that, I suppose. But she's really going to be there to give you that mana initially, so you can use your ultimates and clear single wave content quickly. Like PvP, towers, factions, etc., etc. She's going to be very, very exceptional there. So Irene's going to be solid. Now, both the mages are very, very good. Right here. Whew. How would you like to have upwards of 4 attacks doing 625% damage each? And also, lower attack and defense. That can stack. Yes, that's her ultimate. It's insane. That is an incredible ultimate for a freaking splendid hero. And she ain't done yet. Her passive. Again, additional damage being taken by basic attacks, which is solid. And she even increases her max HP by 5% in her attack. Not bad. And then her exclusive is when spawned, allied heroes in their summons gain 1 shield equal to 12% of max HP for 10 seconds. And they get an additional increased damage of 10%. Her entire kit is just cranked up to the max. She's amazing. And then Margaret, which can actually be a good assist hero in a combo situation with the best DPS in the game right now, I hail Rhina, because she can apply Dark Eclipse on her freaking basic at a 20% chance. And Dark Eclipse is what gives I hail Rhina all for additional bonus damage. So they work very well together whenever you want to incorporate an epic hero into your team at some point. But Margaret is no slouch in her own right. She can hit an entire row for 550% damage each. And she can also increase that damage and apply a silence. So she got crowd control all wrapped up in one. And that's not all. Her passive can also hit the row for a free 330% damage at the beginning of the battle and do additional damage there depending on how many times she hits. I'm sorry, how many units she can hit, up to 12% additional damage there. So that is insane. And then her exclusive, just additional bonus stuff. That is good. So that is all of the free-to-play units that you can build a team around to get you up to mid-game and maybe even slightly beyond mid-game, depending on how far you can push Legendary Plus team of Splendid Heroes. That is basically, in a nutshell, what you guys and gals are going to be doing, as long as nothing changes between now and global launch. Again, if I have to update this guide, I will. But this is the ultimate free-to-play team that you can now build without using any epic heroes at all. And then when you need to later incorporate epics into your team, you can just simply feed these units into them. So that's very, very good all the way around. No wasted resources, no wasted time, nothing. All good, all W's here. Hope this guide was very, very helpful. I'm glad that Splendid Heroes are now good, thanks to the change on the 24th, because they were pretty much negative changes. So this is kind of like one of those rare changes that were kind of in favor of being positive in the game, because now you can at least, as a free-to-play, build up all these Splendids that we've discussed today, build your core 5, mix and match however you want, and go to town and have fun and see how far you can take them. I look forward to your guys and gals' journeys with this team. Hopefully it was helpful. And again, I know a lot of you are going to be asking, I can't get into the game. How do I get into the game? The account creations are still on lockdown for now until they open up new servers or the game goes into full global launch. And I do not have that information at this time. So I just kind of wanted to throw that in there. Hopefully they do all that stuff soon and they start fixing all the bugs and get this game ready to go. But that is the video. Hopefully it was helpful. I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, take notifications, join us in the Discord description below as always. And of course, follow us on X at XSmedia. I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, peace.